The Belgian Malinois is famous for its intelligence, but few understand what that really means. This is not a dog waiting for instructions. It's a mind constantly analyzing everything around it. From the moment it wakes, the Malinois begins solving problems most owners never realize they created. It assesses movement, tone, emotion, and environment in a way that feels almost human. This intelligence forms the foundation of its behavior. Every decision the Malinois makes is the product of awareness, not instinct alone. New owners often imagine intelligence makes life easier. What they discover is that intelligence demands structure, clarity, and consistency they weren't prepared for. The breed observes patterns with remarkable accuracy. Even small changes in routine become data points in its mental map. A Malinois watches eye contact, posture, and micro-gestures. It interprets meaning long before words are spoken. This ability forms a powerful bond but also creates challenges. The dog reacts not just to commands but to intentions. Owners who are unclear, inconsistent, or emotionally volatile confuse the Malinois quickly. Its intelligence amplifies uncertainty rather than ignoring it. The breed doesn't simply obey, it evaluates. Commands are measured against context, tone, and previous outcomes. When a Malinois hesitates, it's not defiance, it's analysis. This thought process is what many mistake for stubbornness. The breed excels at predicting human behavior. It remembers patterns with near photographic detail. This memory makes training efficient when done correctly. It also means mistakes become habits almost instantly. A Malinois notices when rules shift. It tests boundaries not out of rebellion, but curiosity. Curiosity drives the breed's learning style. It seeks explanation, not repetition. Because of this, the Malinois becomes bored faster than most dogs. Boredom is not quiet, it becomes invention. Left alone with nothing to do, the Malinois creates its own tasks. These tasks often conflict with human expectations. Destructive behavior is rarely random in this breed. It is usually the product of unspent mental energy. The Malinois needs challenges that stimulate decision-making. Simple commands fail to engage its mind long-term. Its intelligence reflects working heritage. The breed was shaped for tasks requiring analysis, not blind obedience. Historically, Malinois dogs made choices autonomously during work. This instinct remains strong today. When owners expect robotic compliance, they misunderstand the breed's purpose. The Malinois was bred to think, not to wait. This ability to think independently becomes a liability in inexperienced hands. The dog fills leadership gaps instantly. Without structure, the Malinois tries to manage the household. It interprets silence as permission and inconsistency as opportunity. The breed adapts to human emotion quickly. It reads tension, excitement, and hesitation with surprising depth. This sensitivity demands owners who maintain emotional balance. The Malinois reflects human energy like a mirror. Stress in the environment increases alertness in the dog. Alertness, when unmanaged, transforms into anxiety. An anxious Malinois becomes hypervigilant. It tries to control situations to regain clarity. Many owners misinterpret this as aggression, but aggression is rarely the source. Confusion is. The Malinois' mind thrives on clarity and purpose. Without them, it turns inward, creating its own logic. The breed excels when tasks require problem-solving. Obedience commands alone cannot contain its mental output. Owners often believe physical exercise is enough. The Malinois proves them wrong within days. Mental stimulation is mandatory for this breed. Without it, even hours of running achieve little. Puzzle-like challenges engage the Malinois deeply. Tracking, scent work, and structured training satisfy its cognitive needs. Tasks must be complex enough to require focus. Repetition without variation causes disengagement. The Malinois evaluates tools, objects, and environment constantly. Every sound becomes a potential cue. This acute awareness can overwhelm unprepared households. The dog operates on a higher level than most expect. The breed's advanced decision-making isn't always aligned with human convenience. It prioritizes logic over rules. If a path makes sense to a Malinois, it will attempt it. Human reasoning does not override canine analysis automatically. The dog remembers outcomes clearly. If a behavior works once, it becomes part of its strategy. Correcting a learned strategy requires patience and consistency. Quick fixes do not work on a thinking breed. The Malinois excels in environments where routine is structured. Predictable patterns create security. Unpredictable households create instability. Instability triggers overthinking. The breed's intelligence makes it sensitive to subtle inconsistencies. Even slight rule changes become significant. A Malinois thrives when taught boundaries early. Boundaries reduce confusion and channel intelligence. The breed seeks partnership rather than dominance. Cooperation fuels its motivation more than force. Handlers who communicate clearly gain trust quickly. The dog responds to confidence and calm leadership. Trust forms the basis of all work with a Malinois. Without trust, intelligence becomes skepticism. Skepticism slows training and reduces engagement. A confused Malinois becomes cautious, not obedient. When structure returns, confidence rebuilds. Confidence unlocks the breed's full potential. The Malinois develops preferences based on patterns. It chooses actions based on efficiency. This efficiency sometimes appears as shortcuts. But shortcuts reflect intelligence, not misbehavior. Redirecting shortcuts requires thoughtful training. The dog must learn why alternative choices matter. A Malinois will test solutions repeatedly. Failure does not discourage it. It motivates refinement. The breed approaches challenges with intensity. Intelligence fuels persistence. Persistence becomes problematic without direction. The dog continues tasks long after humans lose interest. A Malinois can fixate on mentally stimulating tasks. This focus becomes obsession when unmanaged. Managing obsession requires controlled outlets. Variety in mental challenges prevents fixation. Intelligence in this breed operates in layers. Sensory awareness blends with cognitive analysis. It processes sounds, scents, and visual cues simultaneously. This multi-layered perception is rare among dogs. The Malinois prioritizes data before action. It does not act without reason. Understanding this cognitive style helps owners adapt training. Training becomes conversation rather than command. Respect plays a significant role in the relationship. The Malinois responds strongly to handlers who respect its intelligence. Disrespect or frustration from humans erodes trust. The breed disconnects emotionally when misunderstood. Clear communication prevents misinterpretation. The Malinois thrives on accuracy. Consistency reinforces expectations. Expectations reduce mental conflict. Mental conflict leads to hesitation. Hesitation leads to confusion. Confusion becomes stress. For an intelligent dog, stress reshapes behavior. This intelligence problem appears most clearly during adolescence. The young Malinois analyzes more than it understands. During this period, structure becomes essential. Without it, the dog creates its own rules. Rules created by a Malinois are difficult to reverse. They become internal logic. Internal logic becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. Owners who guide early development shape the dog's long-term stability. Stability transforms intelligence into cooperation. The Malinois is capable of remarkable comprehension. It understands tone, intent, and emotion. This understanding makes it deeply loyal. Loyalty intensifies with mutual respect. A respected Malinois gives everything to its handler. A confused Malinois withdraws. The intelligence problem lies not in the dog, but in human expectation. Intelligence requires responsibility. Owners must understand what they are accepting. This breed demands thought as much as effort. The Malinois becomes extraordinary under the right leadership. Leadership turns intelligence into purpose. Purpose stabilizes behavior. Stability unlocks potential. Potential determines the greatness of the breed. Few dogs harness intelligence the way a Malinois does. This dog is not a challenge, it is a responsibility. Intelligence is both a gift and a test. When respected, it becomes brilliance. When ignored, it becomes chaos. The Belgian Malinois does not hide its intelligence. It reveals it in every movement. Understanding this intelligence is the key to harmony. Most owners never see it coming. The intelligence of the Belgian Malinois often surprises even experienced handlers. Its ability to form connections between unrelated events sets it apart from other working breeds. The breed catalogs experiences in extraordinary detail. These stored memories shape future behavior rapidly. A Malinois can recall the emotional tone of past interactions. This emotional mapping influences trust. Trust once broken is not easily repaired with this breed. Its intelligence tracks inconsistency. Handlers must demonstrate reliability daily. Reliability anchors the Malinois' confidence. Confidence gives structure to its intelligence. Without it, the dog becomes hypercritical of its environment. Environmental changes capture the Malinois' attention instantly. It maps new spaces almost as soon as it enters them. This mapping includes exits, obstacles, and stimulus sources. Such analysis mirrors the behavior of working animals bred for surveillance. The breed's high working drive is intellectual as much as physical. It seeks purpose in all tasks. Purpose reduces anxiety in this dog. A purposeless Malinois becomes restless quickly. Restlessness drives unwanted behaviors. The dog invents challenges to satisfy mental hunger. These invented challenges range from problem-solving to destructive exploration. Each reflects unmet cognitive needs. Owners often underestimate how fast the Malinois learns. It masters patterns with astonishing speed. This speed becomes overwhelming for owners who teach poor habits early. The dog incorporates these mistakes effortlessly. Training remains most effective when layered gradually. Layering helps the Malinois understand the logic behind tasks. Logic motivates the breed more than repetition. Once it grasps the concept, performance improves dramatically. Consistency teaches clarity. Clarity reinforces confidence. Confidence improves decision-making. Decision-making defines the Malinois' behavior. The breed does not tolerate unclear expectations. It seeks structure naturally. Structure eases mental load. It brings order to overwhelming perception. The Malinois processes far more sensory input than typical dogs. This constant processing demands stable guidance. Without guidance, the dog navigates the world alone. Navigation without context leads to misinterpretation. Misinterpretation leads to reactivity. Reactivity stems from uncertainty. The breed's sensitivity amplifies uncertainty tenfold. Sensitive dogs notice what humans overlook. This sensitivity makes them exceptional working companions. It also makes them challenging household pets. A Malinois thrives when its environment remains steady. Sudden shifts trigger heightened vigilance. Heightened vigilance increases stress. Long-term stress reshapes temperament. Temperament remains malleable in young dogs. Early choices define later behavior. Owners who invest early in training see lifelong benefits. The Malinois rewards effort with loyalty. Loyalty in this breed runs deeper than obedience. It becomes emotional partnership. This partnership gives rise to remarkable teamwork. The dog anticipates human needs. Anticipation strengthens the bond. Every interaction reinforces connection. When the bond remains strong, intelligence blossoms. The Malinois becomes a confident thinker. Confidence extends to social situations. The dog evaluates others calmly. Calm evaluation prevents unnecessary reactivity. It promotes balanced responses. Balanced responses form the foundation of good behavior. Intelligence guides restraint. The breed's intelligence includes empathy. It recognizes subtle human emotions. This emotional recognition carries responsibility. Owners must regulate their own energy. The Malinois mirrors human state of mind. Peace creates peace. Structured routines offer security. Security enhances trust. Trust improves engagement. Engagement improves training. The dog becomes fully present during work. Its awareness sharpens with purpose. Purposeful activity satisfies the breed deeply. Mental clarity becomes visible in its posture. Posture communicates emotional stability. A stable Malinois stands tall, alert, and balanced. Balance comes from meeting mental needs. Neglect leads to imbalance. Imbalance in this breed can manifest quickly. Rapid shifts indicate cognitive overload. Cognitive overload appears in pacing, whining, or fixation. Each signals unmet needs. Understanding these signals prevents escalation. Early intervention maintains stability. Handlers must develop observational skills. The Malinois communicates constantly. Its communication includes subtle cues. Experienced owners learn these quickly. Learning the dog's cues simplifies daily interaction. It reduces unwanted behavior. When the Malinois understands expectations, it thrives. Clarity empowers intelligence. Intelligence enables creativity. Creativity allows the dog to problem solve elegantly. This elegance appears in fluid movement and decision-making. The breed acts with intention. Intention guides every step. Nothing feels random with a Malinois. The breed's intelligence remains a marvel to those who understand it. It becomes overwhelming to those who don't. This is the intelligence problem owners never expect. Brilliance demands responsibility. Responsibility requires patience. Patience builds trust. Trust shapes the mind of the Malinois. A trusted dog gives everything. This loyalty defines the breed's legend. It forms the core of its identity. The Malinois remains one of the world's most misunderstood dogs. Not because of aggression, but because of intelligence. Understanding this intelligence reveals its true nature. A dog that thinks, feels, and learns at extraordinary depth. This depth requires exceptional guidance. Guidance transforms intelligence into partnership. In the right hands, the Malinois becomes extraordinary. In the wrong hands, it becomes overwhelmed. Its intelligence is both a blessing and a responsibility. It challenges owners to rise to its level. Those who rise discover a bond unlike any other. Those who don't feel lost in its brilliance. The Belgian Malinois is not difficult. It is exceptional. Exceptional beings require exceptional understanding. When owners embrace this truth, everything changes. Intelligence becomes connection. Connection becomes harmony. Harmony becomes purpose. Purpose anchors the Malinois' mind. It finds meaning in every task. This meaning becomes the key to fulfillment. The key owners rarely see coming.